Example 2, finding the magnitude of a vector. So earlier I mentioned magnitude, and the magnitude of the vector is the distance from the initial point to the terminal point. So to solve these kinds of problems, we're going to need that distance formula. So distance equals x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And I think the last time we used this was in Math 3. All right, so it says points P and Q are the initial and terminal points of the vector PQ, and my little symbols here got moved. Draw PQ in a coordinate plane, and then write the component form of the vector and find its magnitude. So first thing we want to do is plot each of these points on the coordinate plane. We'll start with the initial point P, which is at 0, 0, and then the terminal point Q, which is at -5, 4. And then we connect them, draw a little arrow at Q, just to show that we have that movement, that it's a vector. So now we need to find the distance from P to Q. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And I am using that distance formula that I talked about earlier, but I'm going to name this by its vector name. So the distance from P to Q as a vector equals the square root of, and P, notice, was 0, 0, and Q was -5, 4. So we're going to have x2 minus x1, 0 minus -5 squared, plus y2 minus y1, so 0 minus 4 squared. And then this will simplify. 0 minus -5 would be 0 plus 5, because the negatives cancel. So that's 5 squared. And then -4 squared, right? And we can simplify that to be square root of 25 plus 16, which is square root of 41. Square root of 41 doesn't reduce. There's no prime numbers that go into it. So the magnitude of PQ is square root of 41. So now let's move on to example B. So we're going to start off with the coordinate plane again. And we want to graph the initial point at 0, -2. Oops. There we go. And then the terminal point at 4, 5. And connect those. And now we need to, I'm going to label these 0, -2, 4, 5. And we're going to use our distance formula to find the magnitude of these points. So this is going to be the magnitude of PQ equals the square root of 0 minus 4 squared plus -2 minus 5 squared. So that will become -4 squared, which is 16, and then -2 minus 5 is -7. -7 squared is 49. And then we add 16 plus 49, is 65, so this is the square root of 65. And only 5 and 13 go into 65, so we're just going to have to leave that as it is. So we're going to have PQ, magnitude of PQ equals square root of 65. And let's do our final example on this page. So once again, we are going to graph these points. We're going to start with P at -3, -4. And then Q at -1, 5. And then connect those. And then we'll use our distance formula to find the magnitude. So magnitude of PQ equals the square root of x2, -3, minus x1. So minus -1 would be +1 squared, plus y2, -4, minus y1, -5 squared. And then we can simplify that to be the square root of -3 plus 1 is -2, and -2 squared is 4. -4 minus 5 is -9, and -9 squared is 81. And notice this becomes a square root of 85. And let's see what we can divide 85 by. It's only 5 and 17, so we're just going to have to say the magnitude of PQ equals the square root of 85. So notice that for all of these, we left the square roots as their exact value. We didn't find the decimal form because the decimal form of all of these would be an approximation. When we leave them in the radical form, then they are the exact value.